Welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Jason
and Kelly, or not Kelly.
Erik. You know that you're half dwarf, right?
What if I'm the Brad Pitt of dwarf kind?
Kelly, his wife, fucked it a lot.
What's up, guys? It's Steve. I had hair when I was younger.
Like, watch this, guys. I'm gonna totally make them do it.
Oopsie.
What's up, guys? It's Steve with Hap Gaming. No, I did that again.
2 weeks in a row, Steve.
Hey, guys. Welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm Steve, and I'm joined by
Erik.
Kelly.
Jason.
And Rick.
This week we watched Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, directed by Mike Newell, written by Steve Kloves and J.K. Rowling, starring Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint. IMDb synopsis. A young wizard finds himself competing in a hazardous tournament between rival schools of magic, but he is distracted by reoccurring nightmares. So what do you guys think?
Not all at once.
Yep. Well, Ricky, you're the local Harry Potter expert. I assumed you would say words about how you felt about this movie.
Oh, I always assume Eric's going to talk, so.
Dude, you start out every single one. Everyone,
Usually it's Jason.
It's me a lot of the time.
Oh, that IMDb synopsis is like way off. Oh, this one was actually pretty accurate. That's pretty much. He's smiling because he knows I'm right.
You are correct.
Yeah. Okay. So I would say probably out of all the Harry Potter movies, Goblet of Fire is definitely my favorite. I feel this is like when the special effects and all the actors really started kind of like really getting into the flow of everything.
I have to.
Did Erik just rip ass?
I thought that was a shotgun outside. That's why my face was like, oh, look at that.
It was so loud. It was like
It sounded really weird through the mic.
I just ripped my underwear in half.
Oh, damn it, man. Fucking horrible.
Look at him, Superman.
No, your camera froze in a hilarious.
It
I can't wait for you to see this.
It
It's so
did.
funny.
Nice, Kelly. Nice freeze.
Starting right now?
Nice freeze.
The computer froze?
It's restarting. Yeah, it turned
Oh,
off.
that sucks.
Yeah.
Fucking.
All right, well, Kelly will be back in a second.
Alrighty.
In the meantime, we get to enjoy Kelly's lovely face.
You should see it, Kelly. It's literally adorable.
All right, so yeah. Anyways,
should we actually? I mean, I know we started, but should we actually restart since her recording is ruined now? How do we want to deal with this?
Oh, we'll just
Remark
like
at the end.
We'll just do like we do all the time and take it from the YouTube channel, like we've been doing the last few times since we've had a problem. Somebody's had a problem the last 5 fucking recordings, I think.
Anyways,
Correct.
Most of them have been me, so.
So back to the movie. I agree with you, Ricky. I do think this might be the best one. I don't really remember all of them, so watching them through, I'm starting to remember them again.
I have a encyclopedic memory of knowledge of all of these movies.
It's because you've watched every single one of them, like 11.
Well, I've also
fucking
read the
times.
books like 11 million times. So
Yeah.
Are we? Wait, am I learning?
Ricky,
that
you've read a book before?
Ricky's
I have
into
read
something.
a lot of books.
Ricky's into something that isn't weird porn. I can't believe it.
Well,
Wait a minute.
he likes
He's
Harry
into
Potter
Harry
porn.
Potter, and so he's probably into really weird Harry Potter porn. Now that I think about it.
Fucking Bucky
Ricky-
comes in somewhere. There's a Bogart in there.
I'm just still have my mind blown that Ricky's read a book before.
One time at Wizard Camp, I
just
stuck a
because
wand
you've
in my
never read
pussy.
a book, Erik, doesn't mean I haven't. Okay, I actually
Who, me?
graduated.
I've read
Yeah.
shitloads of books.
I've actually graduated high school. Okay, like getting close to getting
What
a
does that have
college
to do with the
degree.
tea in China? I was at work when I was supposed to be graduating.
So
I had a full-time job,
Says a lot.
which was kind of the shits.
he reads book on tape,
yeah,
basically. Yeah.
exactly.
Digital download, audio book.
You do know that it's been proven that books on tape activate the same parts of the mind that reading does, right?
Oh, I'm not saying it doesn't.
So, I mean,
I don't
books on
have
tape
endless
are-
amounts of time to do it. I have to like work and stuff.
He's out there like reading a book on his thing, cutting tree, like
Oh, that one was a little soft. That may have been a person. Oh well.
I'm telling you right now, if you saw a person, you would not even notice. You wouldn't even. You just what would happen is you'd maybe get some splash on the windshield. Hold on, I gotta fix Kelly's thing.
Yeah. You'd be like, oh shit, that was a deer. That was just a deer.
It was a deer. That was a deer that had chained itself to the tree to try and save it.
Exactly.
Just a deer.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, so
talking about that, there's probably like extremist like wizards, right? That are like out there.
well,
trying to
yeah,
save-
I mean Voldemort.
Well, I'm talking about like trying to save nature.
Oh, an extreme nature was. Oh, there is. What was his name? He was Gandalf the Grey. He
Oh, he's
had.
trying to save all those ants, huh?
Yeah, what was that guy's name? Do you remember?
Gandalf?
No, not Gandalf. His friend who had the bird like shit all over him. And the bird's nest in his
Radagast.
head. Yes, Radagast. That is one of them right there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I guess, like, in the Harry Potter world, I guess you could say Hagrid is one of those people.
Oh, he is. He's for
Yeah.
the animals
Yeah, he
and
does.
for nature.
Like, he will pretty much take in any kind of animal. Like, I mean, even, like, some of the worst types of animals. Like, the most deadly of animals. I mean, well, fuck. I mean, like, look at the fucking, blasted, shroots. I mean, it was what was it? It was like a hybrid between like a manicore and a
like
fire crab
or something.
Yeah, it was a hybrid between like a manicore and a fire crab. I'm like two like insanely dangerous creatures. Like, let's just breed these together.
It's amazing he's never been eaten.
He's too big.
I think,
Why?
yeah. Like, well, I mean, like, okay, like you figure the guy like his rock cakes are literally like eating rocks, like, and he eats them no problem. So
he can fight
like,
off. He can fight off Fluffy and all that stuff, like he does.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, and he dealt with his half giant brother.
Yeah, he's a little beat up, but he's all right.
He was still walking.
Yeah,
When did that happen? Which episode?
that's
That's the one where I think it might be.
It's the next one.
Yeah, it's the one with Dolores Umbridge, that fucking bitch.
Well, I don't remember it then.
I'm trying to remember the shit. What the hell? Is
Well, this
it
one's
called?
4. This is the thing to be 5.
Yeah, I know it's 5, duh, but I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Oh, that's the Order of the
Order?
Phoenix.
Yeah.
So there's the teacher with the one crazy glass eye.
Uh-huh.
When did he get switched
Mad-Eye
out with
Moody.
the bad guy?
He gets switched
Before
out
he
goes
even
to
got
school.
there.
Yeah, he tried to protect Harry Potter and help him repeatedly before
You're
trying to
still
kill
not
him.
Because he needed to be sent to Voldemort.
To the graveyard.
So the spell could be done.
Exactly.
If the
See,
spell wasn't,
now,
if he didn't have the blood, then he couldn't have come back.
Exactly. So Mr. Weasley during the summer gets called out to go and save Mad Eye because like some of his dustbins went off and shit like that, and the Muggle police came, so he had to go in there and like fix the situation. It was at that what Mr. Weasley was being responding to was actually the attack by Barty Crouch Jr. attacking Moody in the middle of the night, capturing him, and then assuming his identity.
So we're talking about Mad Eye.
Yeah, from that point on, it was no longer Mad Eye, it was Barty Crouch Jr.
Okay.
And so, like, pretty much like from the moment you first see Mad Eye in the movie, it's not actually him. The only time it's actually him is when, at the end of the movie, when they open up the chest and Moody's down at the bottom of the chest.
So why isn't he in the next one? He, it just keep the job that the other guy got for him.
No, you don't need audacity.
Well, the whole thing is that the agreement was only 1 year. Like,
Okay.
he was already going to only do this for 1 year, and it didn't really work out that well the year he was there, obviously.
He wasn't really there. It doesn't
He
count.
spent it locked in a fucking bottom of a chest.
Well, the job's cursed too. So.
Well, yeah, there's that as well.
That job is always
Voldemort.
cursed.
Well, it got cursed after Voldemort came back and applied for it, and Dumbledore denied him the job. It was after that no person kept that position longer than like a year.
And is this all in the books? Because I don't remember anything about it in the movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even think they go into like him going back to the school and applying for the job in the movie.
No, they don't.
So
It's all in the book. So yeah, but that's what's up with that job there in Mad Eye.
everything working, guys?
Kinda. Kelly, go ahead and talk.
Yeah, so this movie's a little weird. I liked a lot of the scenes, like with him underwater and doing the different events.
Is her
But-
head mic on?
Yep.
Oh, that's you have to probably. I don't know, yeah, I was just.
Is it better now?
Well, because you guys not here.
No, I
No,
didn't
it's
hear it.
No,
echoey.
we could hear it. It was just we were getting like, kind of like a double echo on her.
Is it gone now?
I don't know, Kelly, talk.
I probably have to talk now. Okay, so anyways, I'll just continue talking. Tell me to stop.
No,
Yeah,
that's
it's good. You're good. You're good.
Okay. But I think it had too much of like. I mean, I know they're this age, like high school drama kind of stuff, like that whole dance scene. I'm like, come on, we could really do without that.
fine.
It
Yeah,
was just kind of, I don't know. It just
Yeah.
it was pretty unnecessary.
Yeah.
seemed, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wanted magic and not love
yeah.
magic. Or whatever.
It was during the book that was when Harry actually overhears the conversation between Snape and Karkaroff about the Dark Mark. Because
Yeah.
in the movie they put it off as like Harry like walks past the cabinet and they're having the conversation in there, but I believe in the book it was during that dance and Harry went off and wandered around for a little bit and he had overheard that conversation between Snape and Karkaroff, and then it was when he saw that was also after that is when he saw Hagrid and what's her face, the big chick.
Oleant?
Yeah.
Oleant?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but her, the Bo Baxton,
Really
head of
tall.
exactly the headmaster of Bo Baxton, but or headmistress, headmistress. But that's when she comes up and they start talking, and that's when Hagrid reveals that his mom was a giant, and she gets all pissed off, and that's how Rita Skeeter finds out about it. Yeah.
That bitch.
They don't even go into like her being an animagus either. So
No, they don't, because at the end of the book, Hermione captures her in a jar because she finds out that she was a beetle.
yeah, but I guess they don't really make her into as big of a problem as they do in the book. Like she's
No.
not really. She's just kind of an annoyance in the movie.
Yeah.
Just kind of shows up and just like, okay, whatever. Just really don't
yeah.
give a shit about this character, which makes sense. You got too many. You don't want to put too many characters in it. It gets confusing. You don't want to.
Well, it's
throw all
also
this
the
weird side
money
story
and all
stuff
that,
in.
and your time limit.
Yeah. Because they've eliminated like whole characters. There's another guy that Fred and George bet on the Quidditch World Cup against and are paid out in Leprechaun Gold. That guy's just totally eliminated. Basically, Barty Crouch is taking over that whole job because it's him and this Ludo or something like that.
Yeah, Ludo Bagman
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah,
They both come in and they're like part of the ministry representatives and
Yeah,
they're
well-
totally, this character's totally
yeah.
wiped
The
out.
what is it like? Ludo Bagman's like the head of like sports and games,
Yeah.
whereas Barty Crouch is like the head of
Cooperation.
international cooperation and things like that.
I always thought this book kind of represented why you shouldn't blindly stick to rules for no good reason.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Harry fucking compete in this. scene that
Yeah,
he's
I
definitely
mean,
not ready
so
for.
they're like, "Yep, we've got this rule. 16-year-old or below, or whatever, 17, I don't know, whatever fucking age, right?"
17.
17.
Yeah, it was 17.
And then Harry's name comes out, right? And they're like, "Well, it says we have to make him because his name came out." No, it doesn't. It does. He's a fucking kid. This
Well, I
entire
think-
movie
well, I
not
think-
happened. If some guy, if one of those people weren't like basically Nazi bureaucrat, I swear to God, if you put in any government organization that you have to kill like the third person in line, there'd be a lot of people on Monday morning who'd show up and be like, "Wait, does this say what I think it says?" Oh shit. Okay, well, I guess I got to do it. Third person in line, can you please come up? Pow! Hey, that's what it said I had to do. There'd be like one lazy guy like Steve who'd be like, "My gun jammed.
Oh man,
I can't do anything about it. I don't. I know speak guns. just drop it on the ground. I can't pick it up. It's live on the ground. It could go off at any moment."
So I think the
I
reason
completely
why
took it apart
though,
on my desk. I don't know what happened. It just fell apart.
yeah, but so I think the reason why he actually had to compete is because it was a magically binding contract. So something kind of similar to a
Unbreakable vow.
a unbreakable vow. Like once you enter into this, like or make an unbreakable vow, like you have to fucking do it. Like you can't just not do it. Like like the magic that is like binding you to this task. Like it's forcing you. You have to compete.
Yeah, they didn't explain the consequences, but they did say after his name came out, they're like, "There's nothing we can do."
It's some magically binding
They're like,
contract.
it's an extremely powerful magic binding.
Couldn't he just go the next time though?
I don't know.
Like if he's dead, they can't compel him to do it. I don't understand that.
So what you're saying is,
because it happens every 4 years, right? He's below the age, so they could be like, well, looks like we know what you're going to be doing when you're 20, getting killed by a dragon.
The Tri-Wizarding tournament had stopped for like generations. It was only this year that they were trying to bring it back because there were too many deaths when they were doing it before. So they had stopped doing it for fucking years and years and years and years. This was the first time.
Kids anyways?
Well, they were trying. Well,
how stupid is that?
Well, yeah, but that's also the reason why at least this time around they put out that there's an age limit. You have to be of a legal adult age to even compete.
You imagine
within this competition.
You imagine how shitty the competitors were before, if like a first year got selected for that.
Yeah,
but
like, you also have to figure. But you also have to figure though that the Goblet of Fire is designed to choose the best person who put their name in.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, how shitty is everybody else in that school if a first year got chosen?
Well, yeah, that's really going to tell you something there. If a first year got fucking chosen, then everyone else is shitty. Because the reason why Harry got chose is because Barty Crouch Jr. Confounded the Goblet into thinking that there was a fourth school, and Harry was the only person who put his name in this fourth school.
You know what? If the thing is that weak, where you can confound it that easily...
well, I mean, like, okay, yeah, that was...
What is it? It would probably just make one of his balls hurt a little bit. Harry's like, God, I got this one ball that hurts. Hey, man, 4 more years and it'll go away. You're just going to have to deal with it.
Okay, but now that's... that's another thing, though.
2 hairs fall out.
So, like, if Barty Crouch Jr., can confound this object into thinking there's a fourth school, you would think Dumbledore, the most powerful wizard of the age, could confound it into forgetting that there was a fourth school again.
Or go, you know what? I'm Harry Potter. That's right. Change my name. I'm Harry fucking Potter.
Okay, yeah, he could literally do that. He could go after all the other students did the task, go and do it, and be like, yeah, just don't count my score, bitch.
See, why isn't he doing it?
Yeah, just make all the teachers, all the headmasters. That would be way more entertaining, anyways. Because
that would be
crazy.
Could you imagine watching Hagrid just like power down on top of some fucking mermaid? He's just holding his breath, just like.
That's actually the porn that Ricky watches.
Hagrid's just like, you're a mermaid, Harry. Oh! Just jackhammering some mermaid face. Oh, that sounds worse than what I meant because we were just talking about porn. All I could think about, so Kelly, I was explaining to Kelly about the tall lady, the headmistress.
Whoa, now!
I was joking around about the tall wizard headmistress. I can't remember her name, and I was like, "Yeah, her and Hagrid scissoring. Oh my God, they're scissoring!" And she's like, "I don't think Hagrid would be scissoring." I'm like, "He's a half giant. We don't know what they got down there." Could be anything.
Which half did he get down there? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh God, that would suck. Like you're that big, but it's just like, because technically, like the Irish have like I guess statistically speaking, the Irish people have like the smallest penis size. Well, close to it. It's not like the smallest, but it's like on the lower spectrum.
There's no way that's true.
Yeah.
From all the extensive research that I've seen, that is not the case.
Eric,
the research that Eric has done.
As Steve would say, it's a baby's bird beak in a nest.
Yeah, so
I've seen. Unless they're counting like orangutans as Irish people or something. Because
orangutan?
Have you guys seen an orangutan penis? It's like this long.
You mean an orangutan?
Yeah.
Okay. You had me confused. I didn't know what you were talking about for a sec.
I know the guy who says everything the wrong way, like unbelievable, is confused because I said orangutan instead of orangutan.
I know. I don't know why.
I don't even know.
Well, the whole thing is you didn't say it in Canadian, so that's one of the words you forgot.
You should have done it in Canadian. Canadian,
huh?
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go, Jason.
Oh, in Canadian. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's one of those ginger apes, you know.
Goddamn ginger apes.
They got stinky little penises. I mean, the only ape that even has a remotely similar size wang as us is a bonobo chimpanzee. But like gorillas, little tiny ding dongs. I mean, I think that's why chimpanzees, when they really go mean, they just attack people's faces in their junk, because they're like, man, these fucking things have great faces and huge junk. I'm gonna tear it up. Now look at that. I took them down to size. Oh yeah, we're talking about magic stuff.
Yeah. So when Voldemort comes out of that the cauldron, like just as he's coming out of that thing, that's the way they kind of describe him in the book before he becomes what he becomes at the end of this movie. Like because he has like more snake eyes, all that stuff. He looks far more gaunt and stuff like that in the way they describe it in the book. And then I don't know. Then he just becomes what is it? Rafe Fiennes? Is that how you say his name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
looks like Ralph. So they kind of, I don't know, maybe it was just because the makeup was easier to do the way they did it, but I don't know. I didn't feel like Voldemort looks particularly scary as the way he turned out to be. So
My question.
Well, I mean, they can't really. Doesn't he kind of look like a snake gray alien?
Yeah, he's got like
in the book?
blood red eyes with snake eyes and shit like that.
Yeah,
and very, his teeth were far more like fangy and shit. His fingers were a lot longer and pointier and shit like that. And they just kind of gave him.
But I will say though that they did a pretty good job at depicting what like weird little creature Voldemort looked like.
Yeah,
form. Yeah, like they did a pretty good job at actually like pulling that from the book over into the movie.
So, did Harry's blood bring him back to life because it had his magic in it?
That's just part of the spell. But when he was brought back with Harry's blood, it made him so he couldn't be affected by that.
He's immune to the protection that his mother put down on him.
The first movie when he just evaporates, when Quirrell evaporates when he touches Harry.
Yes.
So he can't. That won't happen anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. It pretty much makes him immune to the protection that Harry's mother gave him when she died.
But apparently he still can't find where Harry lives. So,
no.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, like, honestly...
Well, it's that magic thing, though, that's like this whole reason that Muggles can't find the castle. It's the same thing because they got... Like, he literally can be walking right in front of it, and he just won't see it. It's not there. It's like Sirius Black's place where it just expands out of nowhere. That's what it's like.
I don't think they put a secret keeper thing on the Dursley's house.
No, I think that's what the magic does to Voldemort.
I think they did do something. They did put down. Yeah, so they did put down certain protections over the Dursley's house after this fourth book because they realized that Harry was no longer protected by his mother's magic. Because before that was the whole reason why Harry was even staying there in the first place was so that he could continue to have that protection because he's near family. But it also gives me, okay, so that magic is gone now. Like, Voldemort took care of that in the fourth book. Why are you still forcing Harry to live there? Bring him over to the fucking Weasley's place, for Christ's sakes. Let him live with Sirius.
Fuck that. Hey, Dumbledore. Do you want to have a ward? Hey, Dumbledore, you're living with Dumbledore now. Like, what's Voldemort going to do? Guys, let's all gang up on Dumbledore. Yeah, Lucius Malfoy would be like,
didn't work out so well last time we tried that.
We're not doing that at all. No. Hell no. I mean, I can't remember what book it is, but it's where the Aurors decide they're going to take out Dumbledore. You guys remember that in his office? And he's like,
the next one.
He just
the fifth one.
Smacks the shit out of all of them and then leaves. And he's like, bitches. I mean, they're so okay. Here's how bad the Aurors are. They're so terrible that Peter Pettigrew evaded them.
That's right.
For like 2 straight years.
Well, more like
15 years.
Yeah, more like 15 years, but.
13 no, I'm talking 13, about since they found out that he was an animagus.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Afterwards.
Okay. He gets away. They know who he is. They know that he's going to try and help Voldemort. And he evades them for 2 solid years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not great. Although some of that might be, I imagine there's probably still some Aurors that are on Voldemort's payroll or whatever. You know, I don't know if they're on payroll, but you know, in his
Well, yeah. What was it? That Radcliffe
thing.
guy worked there, and he's definitely a Death Eater.
So it's like, you know, maybe that guy's like, oh, I'll take that case. I'll do that one, and he just totally didn't tell him where Pettigrew.
Oh,
was. 'Cause
yeah.
I don't feel like Pettigrew could do this on his own. There's no fucking way.
No.
I think he might be like one of those dudes who seems pretty stupid, but he's actually pretty sly. You know.
Well, he did
Like-
he did stay as a rat for, you know.
I was gonna say he was
13
sly like a
years,
rat.
whatever.
Yeah, he slept in the bed of an adolescent boy for 13 years every night, watching Ron do Lord knows what. What boys do.
Yeah, well, the worst part was he was an adolescent boy. Percy's no. I think what was it? Fred. It was no. Okay, no, that's not
like
right.
Charlie.
No,
Charlie.
it was Percy's rat before.
I think it was Charlie's first, and then because what's his name brought it home and gave it to the kid that was the right age. So I think it was Charlie's, and then it was one of the other ones after that. So
Yeah.
this guy's been watching 13-year-old boys pound down on their fucking hammer their sausages for like. He's probably just immune to it. He's like, oh god, here they go again. Can't they at least throw a cloth over me? I mean, God, good lord. You know, he's like, man. He just looks at. He's like, man, I'm glad I'm not Irish. Whew, been smaller than mine is. Although, again, you guys ever seen rat balls before?
They're fucking monstrous.
Compared to their body size, Kelly, they basically be like, you know those, you know a tether ball?
If I had a
two
hippity hop-
tether balls in a sack, that's how big it would be.
Yeah,
I'd just be walking
comparative.
around.
Yeah.
Look, tether
Yeah,
ball.
they just- Yeah, mind you, right? They would be big enough that when Eric walked around, they'd be dragging on the ground. Like that's kind of like proportionate size. Like
I'm telling you, hippity hop, then she could get a scroty coat.
We talked about this.
She's
said
not
no.
big into the scrote coat. She doesn't like. She's not a scrote goat fan. Scrote coat.
Well, it doesn't
Now
have
the
to be a
music that goes
coat.
along with it, I like. It's entertaining.
I know Eric would be all about that.
You can make her. It doesn't have to be a coat. It could be some warm socks and a scarf.
Some mittens.
No attire,
some mittens.
nothing.
So why would you make the dragons the first fucking challenge in this thing?
Oh God,
Like,
I
it's
know.
Like starting off with like, all right, let's find the first the best thing that's gonna just murder these kids right away.
They're getting rid of the weed.
Here's
see-
what this reminds me of. Okay, so let's say you have some high schoolers in the United States, right? And you're like, hey, we're going to have you do this really dangerous task. The first thing you're going to do is get in a cage with some chimpanzees. All right, you're going to have to steal their dead monkey out of their hand. Okay.
Well, I think in this case
They're all
it'd be more like, you know, accurate with like a lion. You know, like here's a pocket knife. Go steal this lion's cub.
Yeah, that could be.
That's kind of more the equivalent of what this is.
No, dude, we totally went over the easy one. Here's a grizzly bear with her
There you
cub.
go.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
Go
there we
for
go.
it.
Yeah. Here's a small
It just
like
came out of her. It literally
Exactly.
just came out. Go
here's
get
like
it.
a small like
You can
4-inch
use-
blade pocket knife.
Yeah.
Go
No.
steal her baby.
The pocket
No,
knife
it's not
isn't
the
equal.
4-inch blade pocket knife isn't accurate because they have magic.
They have
so you
magic.
could
It'd
say,
have to be like a gun, like a 22 pistol.
No, a gun is just
no,
too easy.
You can't kill the dragon. That's part of the thing. It would be you can use any technology ever. So basically, you'd be on the phone with Tesla. Do you still have that submarine they couldn't use to save the Thai kids in the cave? The kids out of the Thai cave. Can I borrow that to get a bear? And he's like, what? What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, you've
No,
been
no,
smoking
don't
more
worry.
weed than I have.
No, don't worry. I got an idea. And then you're just like out there with your roller derby wheels. And you
Damn it.
just like drive, you just like have a Tesla and then you attach it to the back and you just drive it at the thing and you're over there sticking your hands out trying to suck it in as the grizzly bear grabs you, pulls you out, rips your head off, and then you're dead.
You could just get one of those Halo suits of armor that they've invented.
Yeah, they don't have that shit in real life. I mean,
They're pretty close to having
What is
everything
it?
except
The
the personal
Swedish
shield.
army has, I think it's the Swedish army has a full-on helmet that can take like a slug like point blank range and not penetrate through it.
You still have to deal with. The
I'm gonna
force
tell you
that's
right
gonna
now,
hit
you
in the
guys-
head.
Well, yeah, you can,
That's
but
just-
the fact that
you
it's
know what they
strong enough to
did?
be able
They
to
have
do
a-
that.
guys, they have a relative of mine that just has like a piece of cardboard on his head, and he's like, "These morons are gonna think this thing's bulletproof. Watch this." They better not take a picture of me tomorrow. It's all right. Didn't get through. We're good.
Got a bit of a knot on my head, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I've had worse.
Like, does that thing have a dent in that? Is that fucking cardboard? No, it's not cardboard. It's high tech plant fiber weave. That's what it is.
Fiber weave.
Super high tech.
Sounds legit.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's corrugated. Yeah,
Exactly.
fire protection.
Yeah.
But that's the equivalent of what they got here. Is a whole bunch of high school kids that are just like, go for it. Could you
Yeah.
imagine scuba diving? Like, oh yeah, this is part of the thing. We have to scuba dive and go in and steal shit from yet another sentient thing. I feel like wizards are really shitty, don't you? Where they're like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Their kids better grow up tough or they're not going to grow up at all.
That's what mine's name is.
I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, you know their kids are going to grow up tough or they're just not going to grow up at all. I mean, like, okay, so like look at the story of Neville with like his uncle and grandparents. Like they were all thinking like he was going to be a squib or like just like a muggle because he wasn't like showing any signs of magic. So it's like either like his uncle or his grandpa took him and threw him out a fucking window. It was like, get magic or die, bitch. Like, literally threw him out a fucking second story when I was as a little kid. Like, get magic or die. Like, there you go.
you
Like,
wouldn't die from second story
literally
window.
did that. Dude, it's a little fucking kid. Like, he could probably die from it.
No.
Well, Eric, you're...
Wait, how little? Was he 2?
Eric, you're mistaking
3.
you as a kid with a normal child. Okay? Like, you as, like, a baby could have gotten hit by a semi. You would have just bounced off and kind of, like, laughed at it and be like, where's my milk, bitch?
That could be.
Okay, so...
Yeah. I actually have a funny story. It was when I was a kid, my dad owned a log truck, right? And he had to take it apart. So I was climbing on the log truck, which, as we all know, is fairly high off the ground. So I was climbing on something that's about my shoulder height, and I fell off and landed on a gear. Okay? A gear on the ground on my head.
Mm-hmm.
And according to my parents, it sounded like a watermelon breaking on the floor. I withstood it, and they took me to the hospital. I was fine. There wasn't even brain showing.
Well, I'm gonna say this right here. That story right there, Eric, explains a lot about you.
It does.
See, think about this, though. All right, I'm like not a total idiot. Like,
So-
I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'm not like the dumbest person that we all know.
Well,
right?
but okay, now Eric,
Think
but now
about how much
imagine how
smarter
smart
I would have
exactly.
been if my parents would have been like, "Get off of that."
Exactly. Like
What
imagine how
if I
smart
would've
you
been
would
20
have
IQ
been
points smarter?
if you hadn't of had all those severe head traumas throughout your life. Because it's not just
I
one,
don't know.
it's multiple.
No, I mean
You
I
have to
can.
say
I think I've
multiple
had
head
stitches.
trauma.
I had stitches in my head 5 times before the age of 10.
Yeah, so there we go.
I'm sure it was crazy when the doctor called in every specialist they had on staff, and they're like, "Have you ever seen this? There's no brain on the CAT scan.
Right?
There's just no brain in there."
This guy's literally a bonehead. I don't even know how he functions. And I'm like, that's right.
It's just a random assortment of nerve endings compiled into a functioning person.
Turns out your brain is
works.
actually just made out of bone.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're the evolved humanoid. It's just a brain made out of bone, so no damage.
that's right.
And his race will be called the Boneheads, and everybody's going to hate them because they're superior.
That's right. I got
fly into
bonehead
a
number 1
helicopter.
on the way, baby. Woo! It's gonna come out just like me, a head this size with a little tiny baby body. Wah!
It's kind of
like,
like
fuck you.
Deadpool it.
Pretty much. That's what happened to my poor mom. My head was huge. It was like, you know how they're supposed to be kind of pointy? My head was just fucking round. It was already hardened up. The whole thing was made it complete. It was like sealed off already. There wasn't even any cracks left.
It was just that the bone couldn't compress when the whole brain was
I know.
bone.
The bones are like, what the fuck? So my poor mom had to deal with that.
Well, that also
It was
explains
like-
a lot for your mom too.
Yeah, I know. 30. I think it was like 20 plus hours of agonizing labor, and her doctor decided that giving her drugs would be cruel or some, I don't know, really fun to watch her have to go through that much pain, I guess. So the woman doctor she had would not give her any drugs. Awesome. I was like, whoa, that sucks.
Kelly's like, fuck that shit, dope me up.
If that happens to Kelly, where there's some doctor going, no, I'm not going to give her any drugs, I'm going to grab a hold of the doctor and go, I'm going to hurt you until you need drugs, or you're going to give her drugs. My mom says it was 36 hours.
Woo!
Yeah.
Wow, I feel really bad now.
Eric was in there like reading
holy shit.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I have a smile on my face, but I'm super embarrassed.
Eric came out on Jason Standard Time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I've never been 36 hours for something and late before. Like,
he's just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna show up then. Oh man. So yeah, the second task was the swimming through the fucking Great Lake,
which he'd never figured out.
Yeah, like
ever.
There's no fucking way he would have figured out how to do that.
Yeah, no.
He just doesn't have the. He doesn't have. I mean, he knew some of the stuff about some of the underwater animals because of Lupin.
Lupin, yeah, but he never figured out how to breathe underwater. So originally it was. I'm not sure how this went down, but I do believe it was. Was it Dobby?
Yeah, Dobby gives him the gillyweed.
And what was that? Now was that in the book?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Because in here it's Neville. Tells
that's
him
right.
about
That's
it
right.
from,
That's right.
The storeroom or whatever.
I don't understand how it's so hard for him to figure out how to breathe underwater. There's got to be 1,000 breathing underwater spells that they could do.
This is Harry. He's not super.
Yeah,
smart.
but the whole thing is that Hermione was helping him too, though.
I feel like Leviosa, breathing underwater, first 2 spells somebody should probably learn.
Actually, Jason has a point about the breathing underwater thing. Like, there's a lot of British kids who die underwater. They're pretty stupid. They're just like, I'm swimming under the water. I can't breathe. I died under the water.
So now going back to this though. So you also would think that they would teach them a couple different spells. Okay, so like one, how to make fire not burn, how to breathe underwater, right? Because like that's kind of how witches were killed. So like you think,
no shit, right?
You think just right off the bat, like they would teach you like, okay, like if you ever get caught by muggles and they try to either burn you or drown you, this is what you do. Okay?
Yeah, it's like anti-stoning, anti-fire, anti-drowning.
Exactly.
You can sit there for hours as a witch and be like just under the water, like, these idiots think I died.
I think there's a mandatory class you have to take before you go to America, just in case somebody figures out.
Exactly. Yeah, because I mean, come the fuck on. I'm like, well, also like another thing is like, you think like they would start teaching them, basic first aid, too.
Yeah, like mending a broken arm.
Yeah, it's like
why?
Broken arm.
That's one question I've had about our education system. Why don't kids know how to do any of that stuff?
When I was in school, where I went to school, they taught first aid in like 4th grade.
Because it's not part of the standardized tests that they want.
Oh, you're right. It's not anymore.
Back then, I think people should just be like, no, kids need to know what to do in the case of a heart attack, severe burns, bleeding out. Your mom's a drunk and passed out. Your mom's a drug addict and overdosed. There's a whole bunch of stuff that they should know. Yeah. I mean, think about this. Like, so we have 2 dogs. They had sex and then they made puppies, right? So when the puppies are coming out, I was like, I have no fucking idea what to do here. And I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck don't I know how to do this? I went to school for 12 years and I didn't learn anything that could possibly help me in real life at all. Like, they didn't teach me how to talk right. They didn't teach me. I learned a little bit of math. Okay. And there's some history stuff that I guess is good. But that's it. Like,
are you telling me there's a thing that is like not school related that I knew before Eric knew? Because I had whore-ass dogs that just got knocked up all the time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
I knew
dude,
pretty much.
My mom was like we had puppies, but my mom was like, I don't trust these boys around these fucking puppies. They'll probably break their neck on accident or something.
No, we had a dog. I had a friend stay over.
Yeah, Dolly.
We had a dog that was giving, like, she was pregnant. We didn't know when she was going to give birth, and she slept in my room. It's just, where she hung out. So she started getting up and wandering around because she started giving birth. And the guy who was my buddy was staying over. He's like, "What the hell is going on? Your dog is shitting something weird." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" I turned the light on, and just like puppy legs are hanging out of the back of my dog. I was like, "Oh, well." And I got her to lay back down and helped her, with it and all that stuff. It was just like it wasn't a thing, but it was like he was freaking the fuck out. But
you see,
like
my thing
and dogs. Like I've had cats and dogs that have both. I've always had female animals. I've recently just had. A male dog.
Well, we had bad luck with males getting out looking for a piece of ass.
They would just get hit by cars constantly. So we just stuck with female animals.
Yeah, and then, my male dog lasted forever. Yeah. That dog was fucking built Hank tough.
Yeah. So,
I'm surprised you didn't tell the part of the story where they came out with some red hair and goatees.
No.
Oh, that's gross. Yeah, so Luna, our the female, if I would have done that where like we would have been asleep, I think we would have had like out of the 8, we would have had maybe 6 or 7 dead puppies, because I'm not even shitting you. When the first one came out, she turned and looked at me like, I didn't just shit on the ground. That's not a shit. I didn't just shit on the ground.
Yeah, it was pretty sad.
And then she just looked at it, and I was like, okay, do your thing here. And she's like, she just looked at me like, what the hell is that? Is that a poop? What the fuck is that? So I tore all their sacks open, and I only boogered one of them up. I think I pushed, because there's like the suction thing. I think I accidentally pushed it like too soon and then pushed the crap back in its lungs, and I might have killed it. I'm not sure. And but the rest of them, I got the crap out of them and got them going. I had to rub them. You put like a cloth on them and rub them side to side, and then they start breathing. And Luna was just like, "Yeah, you're on your fucking own, weird poop thing." You're gonna get me in trouble
with dogs with their or with animals with their first.
The very first one, they're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
The same dog, she had a litter, and we didn't know she was pregnant, and she gave birth and couldn't take care of him. She didn't know what she was doing. And
no, well, fuck. One of my cats, she gave birth. Thank God, only 3 kittens. Like she, gave birth to all of them. Right? I wasn't even there. I guess my mom was there. She said, she gave birth to all of them, stood immediately back up, hissed at her kittens, and tried running away from them because she realized those are other cats. Fuck you, other cat. This is my home. So my mom.
That's how cats are. Cats are the worst.
Yeah. So my fucking mom, I guess, grabbed her, slammed her fucking down on her side, held her down there, put the kittens on her to nurse, and she's like, "No, you're gonna fucking deal with this bullshit."
So your mom grabs the cat and she goes,
yeah, pretty much. Fucking tells her, "Fucking, no, you're gonna deal with this bullshit." Fucking puts the kittens on her, fucking just holds fucking, my cat Chewy there until she just kind of gives him okay, I guess this is what's gonna happen now. It's my old cat Chewy. She wanted fucking nothing to do with those kittens.
What she actually said is, "You're your dad's fucking problem now. You're out of me." He told me he was fixed, that son of a bitch.
Yeah, so I don't know that apparently the wizarding schools are as useless as the our education stuff is now. Because think about this, do any of us have any idea when we came out? We're 18 years old. Does any of us know how to do taxes? No. Did anybody know how to change a tire? Well, I did, but I don't know if you guys did.
I think that's
but from school,
I was taught outside of school.
Outside of school, I was taught.
Outside.
Why don't we know how to do engine repair, minor electrical repair? Any of that stuff at school. You should learn that shit at school.
I didn't learn that in school. Yeah. I learned that doing jobs and working from.
Yeah, you learned it. When you're like, I want to get this leaf blower to go so I can see what happens when I use it on my crotchal region.
That is how I got the first one to run.
Jason took the term blowjob a little too seriously.
I started it. What can I tell you?
God damn it. Okay, so this brings me to another point here.
What point?
Yeah. Okay. So there was some hanky panky going down there at that school. Like there were some chicks that end up going over to the medical wing, going like, yeah, I haven't had a period in like 3 months.
They probably have a spell for that, like some kind of protection spell for their womb. That way they don't get pregnant.
It's just like covering the entire campus.
No, I mean they probably can learn a spell like the girl to do it to themselves.
No, actually, I think Ricky might have a better point. They probably have a spell over the fucking school that stops that kind of shit from happening.
It stops
Otherwise,
pregnancy.
there would be some weird shit because
guys can't get boners.
Girls can go up the guy to the guys' dorm, but the guys can't go to the girls' dorms. So it's not like you're stopping one side, you're not stopping the other side.
Exactly. So like there's definitely some stuff going on there. So there must be something that they do when like a girl just shows up like 3 months later, like, yeah, I think I might be pregnant. You know what I mean? Because like you gotta know that happens like enough to where like they have to have some kind of procedure in place.
Well, especially if they act like that girl that's dead. What's her name? I like her.
Moni Myrtle.
Yeah.
She's like Tina, but more like aggressive.
Okay.
dead.
Well, you also look
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. Okay, so
she's over there like, oh,
yeah.
Look at it. Ooh, ghost thing looking at his wiener underwater.
Yeah, so like also now Lavender Brown and Ron, like you gotta know with like how like just like attached she was to him. They were probably
We haven't got to that movie yet.
Oh yeah, I know.
Lavender Brown it?
Yeah.
Sounds like a...
We'll talk about that later.
Which one is
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, all those French chicks, first of all, France is like the south of Europe, okay? Some of them would have just been in the dorm rooms that have been like, with their, ooh, look at your penis. Hold on now, take care of you.
Well,
but with more lady...
Well, like, for a fact there were people getting laid that night, during the U-Ball. Like, I mean, actually in the movie and in the book, Snape pretty much stops two people from having sex inside one of the carriages.
I gotta say, I really like how kid-friendly, I guess, isn't the book kind of Puritan-ish in some aspects? Like, there's nobody smoking weed. There's no sex in the books at all.
There are a few people smoking what they call dragon weed.
Yeah, but I mean, there's nobody like okay. At our high school, there were kids who did meth and cocaine, right?
Oh yeah,
that was a thing back when she wrote Harry Potter too. Okay, in the 80s, there was lots of high schoolers that were like, "I did cocaine, hell yeah." But that's not in the books. It's nice. I'm just saying it's kind of nice that it's not like the shittier parts of life.
Yeah, but
are not really in there.
Yeah, but all the same though, it's like I'm like if you really just think about it, like that shit's happening. Like there is.
I mean, I was more thinking about like Hagrid and that poor headmistress, because he's like
McGonagall.
Yeah.
What's her name?
No. The Beauxbaton lady. That's the first time that anybody's ever been like, "How are you doing, baby?" And she's like, "Oh shit! All right, I'm gonna win this bet. They're not gonna say I'm gonna be an old maid at home now. Fuck that. No more old cat lady. Fuck yeah." Hagrid just would have been like, "Oh, I'm a wizard now."
So Ricky and I were talking about this. Like, so the Beauxbaton girls come in. Is that an all-girl school? Is there another school for boys or what? Because Ricky was talking about, well, in the book they talk about the boys being there, but they're basically the servants of the thing. So I was like, okay, so does that mean that there isn't another school for boys in France? And then, the same with Durmstrang. Are there any girls at that school? Is that an all-boys school there? So
I thought they just sent each one to the other side, to the other school. All the boys of Europe go to Durmstrang, and then all the girls of Europe go to France, and then there's some squibs that help out. and probably get a lot of action at the Bo-Katan thing. Because I imagine if you're the only boy there for like 200 miles, like.
And then you send all the you send everybody in England to Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I could see that. Yeah, because there aren't that many schools. I mean, there's a few. There's one in Japan. There's America, South America, Central America. I think also.
Yeah.
Like Mexico or something like that. Mm-hmm. Africa, and then I think there's an Australian one, and that's about it. So, but there's also not that many wizards. There's like a very small amount of wizards across the world.
If every school has as many as they have there at Hogwarts, there's only probably, maybe 50,000 in the world? That's not a lot.
I think some of them have a lot more, and then some of them have a lot less. I think like the Japanese one is a lot smaller. It's a lot smaller than Hogwarts.
It wouldn't need to be very big. They're not very tall.
Well, I mean, the American one's just as big as Hogwarts, so that's cool.
So I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, that's weird because Japan has like a humongous population.
Yeah, but I think there's just not that many wizards there is the thing. So
yeah,
yeah, who knows? That's weird. They never really go into that in the book. They're not like, these people don't make very many wizards for some reason or whatever.
Of course,
so
even if there was 100,000 wizards, that's still like a fraction of the billions of people. So yeah, that I didn't realize how few there were until you said.
But I mean, 100,000 wizards versus the rest of us, like they would win.
Yeah, we wouldn't.
Especially before nuclear bombs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
look at what Peter Pettigrew did. When they tried to capture him and just fucking blew the fucking a block up just with his wand.
Yeah.
So,
and he's not like the best.
Yeah, he's a pretty shitty wizard. So
the whole premise of the book is flawed because they could just do whatever they wanted.
Yeah. All right, so I looked it up.
But they're good people.
Yeah, so I looked it up here, and it says that it's stated that there are 10 times more Muggles and wizards in the world. If the global population, the global Muggle population was about 5 billion in 1990s, it would mean that the wizard population was 500 million. However, it is also said that the British wizard population is about 300,000, 1/3 being Hogwarts students.
So where'd the other ones go?
I don't know. But that's
okay. I get what that. Never mind. That was just me being dumb.
Okay.
That was me being stupid.
Yeah. So yeah.
Wait, what?
So yeah. So pretty much,
I got confused.
You could assume that in the 1990s there was about 500 million wizards in the world.
Well, the one thing that we're sure of is that just because you're a wizard doesn't mean you're an exceptionally bright person.
Nope.
Yeah.
So, thank God for that. There's only a few Dumbledores around because, holy shit, if there was like some real genius guys that were shitheads too, that would not be great,
Well, that was Voldemort. Voldemort was
I mean, he's like the only one.
Incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
Grindelwald also exceptionally powerful, exceptionally smart.
I think he was just scorned.
Well, he was a lover scorned.
Fuck this guy. He likes all these
Muggles. I just realized it's nothing more than like an Xavier and Magneto story, only with wizards.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. Well, except for Xavier.
Oh wow, that actually makes
and battle Magneto and capture him and send him off to his own prison to rot.
That makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? The Xavier Magneto bit. Yeah. Now, like if you put it in that context, that makes a lot more sense. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way until he was saying that. I'm like, wait a minute, that's kind of what they got going on here.
Well, maybe, we'll have to see what Disney does with it.
So how would you guys deal with that? Like you're sitting in there and you're, what is he, like a fourth year?
Yeah, fourth year.
Okay, so what is that in grades? Is it like what is it, like 8th
they
grade?
Come in when they're 12.
9th grade?
So what grade are you when you're 12?
11. That's when they come in.
Oh, okay.
Me?
I was in 6th.
I was going to say, it sounds like 6th grade.
6, so you just 6 plus 4.
I think I might have been in like 7th grade.
So they're like sophomores in high school then?
So they're like 11th grade pretty much. Considering Harry is 11th grade considering to that.
They don't go to school they don't go to school that much longer. They stop school at 18.
Yeah, at 5
so
6.
that wouldn't work out.
No.
because they that means they go to school just as long as we do.
Yeah.
And they don't
So
even
he's
teach them
14,
useful
right?
skills.
Yeah.
Well, you also
right.
have to figure that not everyone is gonna continue on to their newts.
So imagine you're 14, right?
Yeah.
And you're sitting there, and then your name comes out of this goblet. And you've already like scraped through a couple of bad things just because you're lucky and you know how to say Expelliarmus,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
That's it. That's how you got through. And then your name comes out. I mean, what would you guys do?
I wouldn't even know because I'd be sitting there with the only other spell I knew, which was nudie vision, staring at all the women.
Jason would have invented his own thing. Turns out he doesn't actually.
No, he wouldn't. He'd be over there looking at Hagrid like, it's got its own pulse. Look at this thing. I mean, and not even in a sexual way. It would just be one of those things that, like, you know, when you're looking at Pornhub and then you just come across something that's like, it's not sexual at all, but you look at it and you're like,
And you can't stop.
is this real? What the fuck is going on here? That's what Hagrid's dick would be like. You'd be like, did he sew a little small child's arm onto his crotch? What the fuck is that? Oh my god, it just moved. Is it smiling at me?
Oh,
Oh god.
Oh, wait. Nope. That's just a snake in his pants.
And anyway, so like myself, I think I would be like, I'm not doing it. See this, guys? This is nope. Fuck you. Not gonna happen.
Well, like
So-
Fleur gets to like she basically backs out of the water challenge. Like she just she can't get past the thing, so she backs out. So it's like just back out of the fucking challenge. Once the thing started,
hop in the water.
You got in there,
get
and
pulled
they're
out.
like,
Literally,
"Oh,
like
I'm done."
and with the dragon
You would
one,
never get that far.
Step out, like still stay inside the ledge, cast Expelliarmus at a rock, and then walk right back in and go. I failed.
I couldn't do it.
I know. Didn't work.
Just cast Expelliarmus on your own foot and watch a shoe blast off and be like,
Uh-huh.
I don't know what my plan was there.
The shoe flies up, chokes the dragon out,
I was gonna
falls
say,
down, and he's like, "Fuck, I got lucky."
Knocks him in the throat and passes out on the ground choking for air. Walk over and pick up the egg and be like, fuck, I didn't mean to win, guys.
I feel, you know what's weird about this? I always think that like this is weird. Right after I read the first Harry Potter, I had the stream where Wile E. Coyote was helping Harry do something. So
the fuck?
from then on, Wile E. Coyote and Bugs Bunny were like members of that universe.
Yeah.
So I was just imagining like Harry Potter like calling Wile E. Coyote on the phone. Hey, can you help set me up with how to get rid of this dragon thing? Like, I don't know what to do. And he's like, I've got just the thing. We've got an Acme rocket, an Acme slingshot, and an Acme fucking egg catcher. We're going to fuck it. So then the rocket just blasts into the dragon. He's like, well, that went well. Holy shit. Good thing those fucking straps broke. Whew. Just like, ugh. So fuck. What would you guys do? How'd your...
There's no fucking way. Like the way I slacked in school, I don't feel like I would be prepared at all for that thing. Like maybe if I
that's not the same though. I mean,
but because
Wizard, like, okay, so I wasn't the best in school either, but Steve, the stuff that you needed or was useful, you weren't shitty at.
Like how
like-
I cuss in different languages.
No, there's that, but like, I don't think you were terrible at math. That's the only minorly or useful thing you could learn at school. Okay, if you're learning how to actually manipulate shit with words, that's beyond like servant, pick that up. Okay, that's basically the only way we can do it.
Yeah.
If you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna set this dude on fire or turn this fucking thing into a cat,
So I'll give you that but only if I was a Muggle born. If I was a Muggle born and then I find out I'm a wizard, I'm going to study the shit out of everything
hell yeah.
and I'm going to learn how to do every single fucking thing as soon as possible because holy shit, I've grown up for, 10 years or whatever, not being able to fucking make something fly when I want it to fly. And now I can, fuck yeah. But if I'm a wizard already, if I've just like grown up in a wizarding family, I feel like the novelty of magic would have worn off. You're like, yeah, I got to do this thing. It's like, it's just like regular school. I don't think it would be.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at Ron.
I feel like you'd just be like, man, whatever,
I don't know. I mean,
If
Like,
I woke
okay.
up tomorrow with wizard powers, I would study my fucking ass off. But if I had them my whole life, I'd be like, fuck it, I'll learn it tomorrow.
No, you wouldn't. Okay, so when you guys were kids and you had stuff that your parent, okay, do you remember wanting to be a big kid?
Nope.
Right? Wanting to be able to do.
That's what
Jason just
Jason's
wanted to
told
be a
little
normal sized kid.
Okay, just wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
were you? Okay, so like, none of us waited until we were 21 before we learned how to talk.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. All
I
that
haven't learned
stuff.
yet.
Debatable.
That's true. So, what I'm saying, I really don't think that's the case because it might seem like I don't think it could ever be the same as. Okay, here's a great example: driving. Did any of us wait until we were 30 before we learned how to drive?
No, but I waited
a
until I
lot
was
longer.
18.
Close. I
That
got
way-
my
Okay.
license at 24.
I
Now,
get mine. I was like 17, right, Eric? I got it in senior year.
yeah.
So that was, that's waiting for high school students.
Yeah, I mean, I learned how to drive when I was 12, but I didn't get my license till I was 18.
So
I ran
yeah,
over a
it's just-
fence my first drive.
There you go. Nice.
It was laying on the ground already, though, and I couldn't. I mean, in my defense, actually, I think I was younger than 12 because I was sitting in my dad's truck and he wouldn't move the seat forward. So I had to. This is not an exaggeration. He wanted me to follow him. He was driving his cat and he needed me to follow him. So I was standing up, leaning back and I could see the top of the cat. Okay, I could see the top of the cat over the dash. So he told me to follow him, but then there was some part where I had to go around. I couldn't see the fence at all. It was laying on the ground.
Yeah.
So he went around, and I could see the trees. Like, I wasn't supposed to get off there, so I just kept going. And I'm like, bloop, bloop. Oh, shit, I think I just ran over that fence that he told me to stop at. Uh-oh. However, like, you should have seen me trying to stop it. Like, I had to hold the bottom of the steering wheel and push down because my body weight wasn't enough to get the clutch to go out. So I was like, oh shit. And then luckily I remembered about the brake. That was my first driving experience. I must have been 8 or 9. My dad's like,
Oh, man.
he can do it. It'll be fine. I didn't fuck anything up. It turns out the fence was built like sturdy. I think it had like Ford on it was built Ford tough.
Built for tough.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh man. All right. Did anybody else want to answer that question that Eric put forward? What
Kelly?
would you do?
Forgot the question.
What would you do
Well,
if you
okay,
were put in that situation?
I would probably do the same thing as
Ninth
Eric.
grade
I
is
would
what it
look
would
at him
be,
and I'd be
I
like,
think, 8th or 9th
fuck
grade.
you. Like, I'm not doing this. Like, you physically cannot force me to do this. Like, it's
Yeah.
What
not
if,
gonna
what
happen.
if
Like,
you were gonna die?
I mean, if I were gonna die, I would do like we said. I would just literally walk out, just barely walk out there, cast some random spell, and then turn back around. Like I attempted.
I could see Ricky doing that. I could see Ricky just giving up.
I attempted.
Boys
There
got a
you
lot
go.
of quitting.
You know what I gotta say in light of that, I was thinking about that. I was like, you know what? I would do this. I'd stand up and I'd be like, all right, I've got to have sex with somebody. It's gonna happen. All right, I'm not dying a virgin. All of you people standing there, you're adults. I'm not dying a virgin, so we got to figure this out. It's gonna happen. I don't care if you got to animate a sex doll, whatever. Not dying a virgin.
Ugh.
Okay, it's got to say. First off, we all know that in one of those ancient ass documents, it would be like, can't be a virgin. That would be in there. Some 500-year-old thing. You know that shit would be in there.
Oh, man.
There's no mom wizard that's like, wait, he never even had. The kid was a virgin. Why the hell are you sending him to dragons as a virgin? What the hell is wrong with you? Don't you know they all get captured and end up in a fucking tower somewhere?
Don't even know
It's the beginning of every fucking fairy tale, you idiot! God damn it! We gotta write that in there.
Oh, man.
God damn it.
So what about you, Kelly?
Basically, what Ricky said, heck no, and then heck no, and then okay, maybe I'll try it because I don't want to die, and then I don't know.
Just kind of back out after you're like, I tried something. I'm done.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'll just do a Tina and awkwardly run away.
Yeah.
She's gonna walk out through the dragon, just
That would be hilarious if that technique worked where the dragon's looking at her like, is this fucking thing serious? Is this thing serious?
I mean, it's
The
not.
dragon
if it was
just
a
feels
zombie,
bad
I
for
would-
her and just kind of just like wanders off.
It's a zombie.
I said if it was, I would
I
know.
know. It's just like, just imagine that. Come here,
Zombie,
baby.
zombie dragon.
The hair flip she does.
Yeah, the zombie's like, oh, whoa, fuck off.
Get this fucking kid away from me. Trying to grab my butt here? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm trying to eat my dinner, and this bitch is trying to get a hold of me.
All right, what rating did you guys give this?
4 stars.
I gave it 3 stars.
I gave it 4.5 stars.
I'm gonna give this one 4 stars.
I think this is the first time I've ever rated a movie higher than everyone else.
Steven's
I
done
gave
that.
this movie 4 stars. Next week's movie is Jason's Choice. What are you going to choose?
Oh, have we done? Since I didn't have a choice, but I watched it earlier
Obviously.
today. Seems like a good one. Have we done Beetlejuice?
Yes.
Fuck!
Yes.
I must have missed that one. Why couldn't somebody tell me it was my choice?
You were definitely here.
Okay.
You always go after Ricky.
Shit, we did that one.
Ace Ventura.
Now we've got male Tina going on right now.
Yeah, you do, because I have
we
no
watched Ace
idea.
Ventura, Steven?
Oh man,
Oh, I can't do Netflix 'cause it's going to make noise. Fuck that.
no, go to the other one.
Yeah, but
the
I mean,
play
if
of
we
the
haven't done
Google.
Ace Ventura yet, why don't we do Ace Ventura? I mean, I'm pretty sure we've all seen that movie. It's a good one.
Except I hate
done the
Ace
first
Ace
one.
Ventura.
You've
I
done the
hate-
first
We've done
one?
the first one.
Yeah, I hate Ace.
Well,
Okay, we've done.
Ace Ventura. I wouldn't choose that one personally. Ooh, you know what we could go with? We could do another Sharknado. That's always a good bet.
Ah, fuck. It's been like 4 days since we did the last one.
4 days. Mhm.
I've done at least 3 choices since the last one, so it's been at least 3 months.
What about one of those new movies we got that's
If there's a new
like a new one? Like,
I
what
don't know.
about Solo, a Star Wars story?
do we have that?
Yeah, we have that.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
We do Star Wars on Star Wars Week. That's why we don't do that.
Oh, that's why we don't do that.
We got to save those
Okay.
ones because we don't have we're going to run out of Star Wars movies soon.
I thought you were gonna
Yeah,
bring up-
especially since they're
Where's my phone?
gonna like really, reel all that stuff back
Yeah.
since they're not doing so great.
Well,
There was
it
that
was
other
just
movie
the last one that didn't do so
uh,
great, right?
There's just a Star Wars movie, solo movie.
And I like that one.
Oh my God,
Nice.
Action Point.
Two Guns is amazing, so we probably already did it.
We did.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
we did.
is Action Point a movie we could do for a podcast, Steve?
Actually,
It's not. It is, but it's not like. I mean, yeah, we could talk about a lot of Jackass stuff, but I don't know.
Okay.
We haven't watched all the Alien movies yet.
Yeah, we haven't. Done
Oh
that.
yeah, dude, an Alien movie would be good.
Haven't watched those in a long time.
Aliens, the second one, was my favorite movie.
And I think that's the one we're on.
Yeah, we
too.
haven't done that one yet. That's the next one.
I was looking for one I had in mind, but I can't remember what it's called, so that might do it.
Yeah, want to go for Aliens?
Yeah, because
Because we can't watch 50 Shades of Grey.
There is
I don't
no
wanna talk
reason we
about it.
couldn't. No, Steve would have a hard time talking about it. It would not go down the
that
whole
would be one I
time.
would back out on. I would be sitting over here while you guys podcasted.
The 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, I'm not doing that one.
Honestly, I probably wouldn't watch it. I'd be
Oh.
like, no,
Inception's good.
I'm doing a personal veto. I'm just not going to be there. See you guys.
Let's do Aliens, man. I like that idea. You don't want to do that one?
Nah, we'll do Aliens. That's a good
Yeah,
choice.
so we'll do Aliens too.
It's
Fuck
just called
yeah.
It's just called
I-
Aliens. Ricky.
I'm going to
Oh, is it?
confess something. I have not seen Aliens 2 from one end to the other. I think I've seen the entirety of the movie, but not.
Like
In a
all at
row.
once.
Yeah,
Like-
I've never seen. It's like Pirates of the Caribbean. I watch part of it, and then I'm just like,
Okay.
There's
honestly,
some point
that's
when I
me with
wander off.
Saving Private Ryan. Okay. I actually have never finished Saving Private Ryan. Like about like.
Really?
Just before halfway, I fall asleep every fucking time.
Yeah, there's definitely a lull in that movie where you're like,
does not matter what time of day it is. Like honestly, like if you were to like, if I were to like just wake up and I look on the TV screen and it's that part of Saving Private Ryan, I'd probably fall right back asleep and then I wake up after it was done. I have yet to been able to finish that movie.
I want to go
can't
on
finish
like a
it.
20-hour car ride with Ricky where Saving Private Ryan's just on the loop. So then as soon as he falls asleep, I turn it off. And then when he wakes up, I start playing it again. Then Ricky'd fall asleep like every hour and a half.
Pretty much.
He's like, oh, fuck. It's knocking me out again.
Pretty much. That's what it would be.
Or he could
ice
pull a
in front of
Jason
it.
and just put a fucking blanket over the top of him sitting up. So it looks like a giant pants boner.
Well, no.
Is that what I look like as a pants
Yeah.
boner?
You look like the
Okay.
car had a fucking pants boner.
Okay, no. You see, this is what I'll do, right? I'll get one of those survival like fire blankets, right? And I'll like tie it around myself so that way it looks like there's just a body like just propped up in the back seat. It'd work perfect.
I mean, they don't breathe, so you'd probably die.
Yeah, if you put it over your head, you'd suffocate, Ricky.
Whatever. I'll have some air flaps in the back.
Steve's like, hold on. Here, I'll help you out with this bungee cord. And Ricky's like,
Tighter.
hold on. Zip.
Are you masturbating or suicide? Masturbating. I can never tell if it's coming or going.
All right. That's going to be it, guys.
Can you
Thanks
imagine
for-
the devastation that would have on Steve when he walked in and found his brother hanging with his cock out still in his hand?
That'd be pretty bad, man.
That'd be pretty bad.
All right, so
I definitely think there's worse things that Steve has imagined. So that on the scale of like believability, Steve walk in and be like, that sucks, but I definitely seen that coming.
That's going to be it, guys. Thanks for
Yeah, let's
watching.
end it here.
Go to facebook.com/Heroic Adventure Productions, twitch.tv/Heroic Adventure, mixer.com/Turketer, and twitch.tv/Turketer Plays. Also, youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions. Follow us on Twitter at HAP Gaming. You can follow me on Twitter at Turketer. You can follow Eric on Twitter at.
Quick and severe.
You can follow Kelly on Twitter at.
Sugar Snuggles.
You can follow Ricky on Twitter at.
furry Twitter balls.
And it's correct on the screen now, everybody.
I fixed it.
yeah.
You're welcome.
Follow Jason on Twitter at.
Unbelievable one.
You can also email us at Steve, Eric, Kelly, Jason, and Ricky at hapgaming.com. Each one of those names individually at hapgaming.com. All the stuff I've been talking about is in the descriptions on youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions and twitch.tv/Turketer Plays. You can also donate to us. There's donate links at the bottom of the descriptions there to mine and Eric's PayPal. So do that. Help us out. It'll make it so we don't have to do our day jobs as much. We can do this stuff more. Play video games.
Yeah,
and do
give us
podcasts and
money.
stuff.
We need it.
It would be awesome if you
I
did that.
need it. My
Go
new
to-
baby's going to need it.
That's right.
Give us money.
You can go to twitch.tv/Heroic Adventure and subscribe using Twitch Prime. That'll help us out too because we are Twitch affiliates over there. So do that for us. That would be great. Also tell your friends, subscribe. Thanks everybody for joining us for our 24-hour stream earlier this month. It turned out really awesome and it was really fun to do. So tell your friends to subscribe, and if we get to some point that I don't think we've discussed yet, we'll do another one or something like that. So we'll hit another milestone.
We're going to shave Steve.
all of me.
That's
Every
Stem
part
to
of me.
stern.
Okay, yeah,
Every part of me.
that definitely will take at least 24 hours.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
Also, not to mention, it's kind of like bathing a cat. Like, he's gonna get real mean and aggressive once we start.
Oh.
So we're gonna have to like tape some mittens on his hands and shit like that.
Tape mittens. Hilarious. Seeing Steve just like, don't shave me. I would hit you, but I've got mittens on my hands. No.
Kitten mittens. That's what it is, huh?
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah.
Join us this Wednesday. Are you joining us, Eric? Are you playing? Is Kelly playing? You guys gonna
Yep.
play?
I'll be on there.
All right. So I think we're gonna play Strange Brigade this week.
Hell yeah. Kelly's
Join
going
us.
to be on that too.
Awesome. So join us for that. We'll be playing Strange Brigade this week on youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions, twitch.tv/Heroic Adventure, mixer.com/Turketer, and twitch.tv/Turketer Plays, starting at 7:30 on Wednesday. So join us for that. That'll be a lot of fun. I think that's it, guys.
Yep.
Look in on Tuesday as I might be streaming a game of my choice since it's my birthday and I'm not working that day.
There you go.
So I'm going to be streaming some stuff. Maybe. If I feel like it, because it's
Very
my
feels like it.
birthday.
And he'll stream if he wants to.
I might even cry on the stream because I'll be so excited. about being, what am I, 35? Is that right?
Oh,
34, man.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't
such
care.
a young guy.
I'm just a, doesn't matter.
yep.
Until I get to 60, and then I'm going to shit a brick.
How the fuck did I turn 60? I just turned 35 the other day.
That'll be it, too. 100%. I'll be like, wait, I'm 60? What the hell kind of bullshit is that? I'm just hoping I have a robot body. Come on, Elon Musk. Make it happen, baby.
No, he's trying to prevent that.
No, no.
Robot Roddy's, man.
He's making a Neuralink, bro. He wants us to be able to talk, to be uploaded into the computers. That's how we're going to save humanity.
You realize that Elon Musk is your only chance of stealing Iron Man's suit, right? Because he's the one who can make Iron Man's suit.
I know.
And you could probably get it from Elon Musk a lot easier than you can get it from Tony Stark. You just
No
give Elon
shit.
some weed,
Yeah.
and then he's going to give you the suits.
That's
That's
not
true.
what he's got to do. You need to lock Elon Musk in your basement where the Thing lives, give him missiles, and tell him to make you a weapon, and then he'll come out with an Iron Man suit that you got to steal.
You know what happened after that, right?
He killed everyone.
Everybody died.
Ricky's going to leave, and then Steve's going to get murdered. Jason, no, even better. Ricky's texting Jason. Jason, come over quick. Make sure that you put on clothes that looks kind of like you're a terrorist or something. You got to have your face covered. It would really help if you had a red fake beard. It's going to be a hilarious video. Jason just shows up. This is really fucking weird. I've got all my stuff. And then Elon Musk just like blasts out, guns him down.
All right, guys, that's going to be it. We'll talk to you.
Ricky's back there.
We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for joining us.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.